there's too many people that are isolated in trying to do good work for God. They're all trying to figure out how to market Catholicism in a fresh way that actually engages people.
So we tried it the first year, had tremendous success.
It's exciting. I'm having fun. I'm meeting a lot of really great people.
I have been to all of these shows over the last year, and by far this is my favorite.
I want to emphasize the importance of what you're doing as lay apostles in the CMN.
The Catholic Marketing Network has a service that the marketplace needs and the church needs.
There's the distribution of a lot of Catholic religious items, but most of the people you talk to, they say, we really come for the networking.
It's a great joy to be here. In fact, it was almost 10 years ago that I came to the Catholic Marketing Network for the first time. There was a friend and I putting out sacred music, and Ignatius Press picked it up and they showcased us, and before you know it, we had sold 20,000 copies to people like you. And that sprungboard a company that now has reach in about 8 different countries.
I found really good and very interesting because I like when people come from everywhere and we can learn a lot. We come to show something, but they show us too. So that's amazing.
This is always one of my favorite events.
I always love coming here and being here because it's such a synergy to be around like-minded people with the same ideals, the same love for the church. So it's beautiful.
Want to talk about our opponent? They're bigger, faster, stronger, more experienced, and on paper, they're just better, and they know it too. But I want to tell you something that they don't know. They don't know your heart.
This is Patchwork Heart Ministries' Young Catholics Respond, brought to you by Breadbox Media. Now, here's your host, Bill Snyder.
Thanks, Adam, and welcome to the program, everybody. I am Bill Snyder. This is Young Catholics Respond, and thank you so much for being here today and listening to and being a part of our ministry here at Patchwork Heart Ministry. I want to remind you that you can always go over to our website, patchworkheart.org, to find out about all the things that we're doing and the many wonderful arms of our ministry. So head over to patchworkheart.org to learn more about us. But I don't want to spend too much time talking about ourselves today because I have a wonderful guest with me. Her name is Cathy Gilmore, and she is the event planner and spokesperson for Catholic Marketing Network. She is also a children's author. And so welcome, Cathy, to the program, and thank you so much for joining me today on Young Catholics Respond.
Oh, I'm happy to be here, especially on a program titled Young Catholics Respond, because now I feel like I can be as young at heart as I would like.
Yeah. This program is one of those things that it's about the young at heart. I'm certainly approaching my middle ages, so I always have people joke with me, is this going to become the middle-aged Catholics Respond? But no, definitely. But I'm excited to have you on because I'm excited to talk about the Catholic Marketing Network and the many different things that it does, because it is expanding. But I would love for you just to first give our listeners a snapshot about how you kind of got involved with the Catholic Marketing Network, a little bit of your personal faith journey, if you don't mind, and we'll go from there.
Oh, thank you so much. I actually call myself sometimes a bionic Catholic because I left the faith in grand style, or I should say in dramatic style, a number of years ago, and then ended up, after a 5-year journey of being very anti-Catholic, returned to the faith. And I say I'm a bionic Catholic because God did not return me to my factory settings. He has definitely made me something more than I was before. And so it's that on fire passion for the faith that really inspires me with my children's books. I have a series of children's books now with wonderful, talented illustrator Jeannie Egolf. That's called The Tiny Virtue Heroes. But it was when I was first coming out with my very first book that I'd co-authored called Easter Bunny's Amazing Day, kind of a reboot of the Easter Bunny in a very faith-focused way. Anyway, when I was first launching that book is when I came to my first CMN event and discovered all the people and the Catholic Writers Guild and just the amazing synergy of that experience. And then over time, ended up now basically running the event.
Wow, that's incredible. And it's awesome that, you're doing such great work, especially with these children's books. And so thank you for doing that. And thank you for, participating in the Catholic Marketplace, which is really what the Catholic Marketing Network is all about. So maybe you just want to give people a little bit of a snapshot of what that looks like. It's been going on for 25 plus years, right? So give people a little snapshot of what Catholic Marketing Network is.
Absolutely. Catholic Marketing Network was founded over 25 years ago by Alan Napleton as a membership organization for anybody who was basically active in the Catholic space, either creating different kinds of evangelization materials or publishing different kinds of books or media, as well as anybody who was creating any kind of Catholic sacramentals or gifts or art, things like that. He was creating the space to bring them all together. Well, now what Catholic Marketing Network has emerged is that we still do that. We create this trade show event for all of those transactional relationships to happen and flow. But we now are really engaging in the network part of this this call, I guess, to really be the place where people in any kind of Catholic ministry, devotional prayer movements, faith formation organizations, all kinds of different organizations can come together, network, and do what they do better because they're connected together.
That's really important. I think so many different organizations, and I know, we often feel that way as a small little nonprofit here at Patchwork Heart Ministry. We collaborate with a lot of small nonprofits like the St. Raymond Donatus Foundation, Fiat Ministry Network, but it's hard to find that, especially with COVID, right? Are you seeing a big influx of people signing up for this? They just want to get back at it now after this year of difficulty?
Well, it was interesting. Way back when I guess it was around January, we had to make a decision whether or not we were going to have a virtual event or a live event. And we put our trust and in the patronage of St. Joseph. And we were like, okay, we're going to go forward in faith, because the opportunity to meet people face to face and also see things that are being created. We're sacramental people. We're experiential in our faith experience and all that. And so we made the courageous choice to meet in person this summer in July. And that we just put our faith forward and said, okay, we're going to see what the good Lord has for us. And it's been beautiful. People are very much needing to meet face to face, wanting to meet face to face. And so we're definitely seeing there's an appetite to get together in person.
Awesome. And who is the event for? The average attendee that walks through the trade show floor. Who are you seeing? Just because there might be some people out there listening to this that want to get a ticket and come.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, we have an amazing lineup of speakers. So people can go to catholicmarketing.com and see all the different kinds of speakers. Because in the past, really, it was all about the expo hall. It was all about the networking and connections people made in the expo hall. And that still is the case. So now anyone who's active in any kind of Catholic ministry, so let's say you are on the marketing or evangelization committee for a parish and you're dying to figure out ways to bring people back to the church. Then you come to CMN and you get energized and equipped to be able to do that better and to find other people that are like-minded to help you brainstorm and be able to do that process. But it's also anybody active in any kind of a devotional prayer apostolate. You know, let's say you're doing a Bible study. Let's say you're running a Legion of Mary group. All those different kinds of organizations can be part of CMN and be able to make connections and do the outreach that you long to do it better.
So, Cathy, tell me a little bit about some of these products. It's wonderful that these different people can attend and find this stuff, but what are the things that are being offered to people seeking out marketing and marketing evangelization ministers in different parishes, or even the people with a devotional life? What are some of the big things that are typically offered by these different groups that are presenting at the Catholic Marketing Network?
Absolutely. What we have this year is we actually have conference partners. So we have a track of presenters that are all about various kinds of marketing and building and developing your ministry. So if you're active in any kind of organization, you're going to be able to come and hear speakers like Katie Pesha and Ernesto Martinez, Chuck Neff, various people that are professionals that'll help you do better what you do. We've got a whole team of podcasters and another woman who's a director of live streaming for CMAX TV. So we've got all kinds of layers of different instructional information so you can tap into those sessions. But also, if you're a DRE or an educator or a leader in your parish school, will come and we can have you plug into the Catholic Brain Catechetical Institute for catechists to up their game and to find fresh new ways to really energize children in the faith. But then in addition to that, we also have an organization that CMN sponsors called CEMA, Coalition of Eucharistic and Marian Apostolates. This is a whole conglomeration of prayer apostolates that work together to build prayer and faith and energize faith in people's lives. And so they are all coming to collaborate and to basically up their game at CMN.
Awesome. That is so awesome that there's so many different resources. I think that's really what is a wonderful thing. There are so many different resources for people out there that can truly be uplifted in their faith and come together in person, which is a huge thing. The dates for the conference or the marketing network this year are July 27th to 29th, correct?
Correct. In Chicago, the suburbs of Chicago, Schaumburg.
Yes, the Renaissance Hotel and Conference Center. It's a beautiful venue, folks. If you've never been there, it's a beautiful venue, and it's nice that this is right smack dab in the middle of the country too. This year, so that people from West Coast, people from East Coast, and those of us in the center of the country can all kind of meet halfway and be there. So what I want to do quickly here, Cathy, is take a break, and then on the other side continue our conversation with you about some of the wonderful speakers I know that are coming. And there's going to be some great uplifting masses and things like that. It's wonderful because there's always a spiritual development part of this for each and every person that walks in to the Catholic Marketing Network. We'll talk about that on the other side of this break. I'm Bill Snyder. Stay tuned to Young Catholics Respond.
Patchwork Heart Ministry is committed to sowing hope into broken hearts by helping young people encounter the love of Jesus Christ and His Catholic Church through prayer, storytelling, and media initiatives. We invite you to prayerfully consider supporting this mission financially. Mail your tax-deductible donation to Patchwork Heart Ministry at P.O. Box 563, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, zip code 53147. Or visit patchworkheart.org to donate online. That's Patchwork Heart Ministry, P.O. Box 563, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin 53147, or online at patchworkheart.org.
Over 2,000 years ago, two disillusioned disciples walked along a dusty road to Emmaus. They had just witnessed Jesus, their friend and leader, whom they hoped to be the Messiah, suffer a gruesome death by crucifixion. Doubt, fear, and uncertainty clouded their conversation as they journeyed home, questioning the future. Until something miraculous happened. The risen Jesus appeared and answered their questions. Today, many young Catholics step onto college campuses with numerous questions about their faith, yearning to know if the seed of faith given to them as a child is both true and practical. Using the miracle on the road to Emmaus as a model, young adult ministers conversed weekly for 3 months with college students about the most pressing questions they had about the Catholic faith. As they journeyed together virtually, something amazing happened. Doubts disappeared, fears faded, and Jesus revealed that He is still alive. Hearts Burning Within Us, the latest book from Patchwork Heart Ministry, scheduled to be released in the summer of 2021, is a result of that grace-infused conversation. To pre-order your copy and help spread the word about the book, visit patchworkheart.org.
At times it seems like the world today is filled with so much division, bigotry, and hatred. So it's up to us to make sure that we get back to the basics, and that is Jesus Christ and His message of faith, hope, and love. Faith, Hope, Love with John and Morgan Bender is a new project that seeks to do just that by engaging and inspiring Catholics within the Archdiocese of Milwaukee and beyond. Read personal faith stories, interviews, and news all by visiting the Faith, Hope, and Love blog.blogspot.com or follow us on Twitter at Johnny Bender MKE.
Hi everybody, Bill Snyder here. Just want to thank you for listening to this episode of Young Catholics Respond. And as a founder of Patchwork Heart Ministry, we have so much more going on than just our podcasts. Check it out at patchworkheart.org. Judy Hare was a bankrupt, homeless, drug-addicted college dropout on the brink of divorce, but is now a seminary graduate and devoted wife and mother of 4 children. What happened? Find out in her autobiography, Shattered: How God Restored My Heart and Life. Her journey of faith has been called brutally honest, truly inspiring, profound, heartbreaking, and life-changing. Shattered is available now for only $15 on her website, judyhare.com, on Amazon.com, or at your local Catholic bookstore. As Judy says, it is never too late to become the person you deserve and desire to be. So stop wishing for change and start doing something about it by reserving your copy of Shattered today.
The St. Raymond Nonatus Foundation for Freedom, Family, and Faith offers prayerful accompaniment for those who are affected by divorce and separation. We offer free online support meetings for those affected by divorce and for adult children of divorce. You can learn more about us at nonatus.org. That's NONNATUS.org. Text or call 215-870-9913.
What's the S stand for? It's not an S. On my world, it means hope.
Welcome back to Young Catholics Respond. Once again, Bill Snyder.
Welcome back, everybody, to this episode of Young Catholics Respond. Today, my guest is Cathy Gilmore. She is the event coordinator and planner for the Catholic Marketing Network that's going to be held in Schaumburg, Illinois, from July 27th through the 29th. It's an amazing event. You can certainly rewind this episode if you missed it, or if you're listening on the radio, make sure you listen to the full episode of some of this, because there's some just great content in there. And we want you to be able to understand all about the Catholic Marketing Network. So right now, though, I want to kind of shift focus, Cathy, to some of the spiritual things that happen at this conference. You know, one of the things about the Catholic Marketing Network is that it has that word Catholic before Marketing Network. And therefore, you and this event really try to make it spiritually uplifting. You have masses, Eucharistic adoration, confessions. Talk a little bit about what that means for conference attendees and conference participants, because it's such an important thing.
Thanks. When Alan Napleton founded Catholic Marketing Network over 25 years ago, he made it a foundational piece of event planning for our Momentum events. They weren't called Momentum then. We've added that more recently. But the Momentum events always have Eucharistic adoration, Mass, confession, the spiritual side of things. And we're so excited this year because we've partnered in a big way with the Marians. And so we have Father Don Calloway, who will be saying Mass for us, and then as our keynote speaker for our Impact Breakfast on Thursday morning. And we call it the Impact Breakfast because it is our spiritual foundation that actually enables all of us to have an impact in the world. And we come all together so that we can have the impact and give all the glory and honor to God. Because it's not about us, it's not about our egos. And that's what I think is kind of powerful about this spiritual priority of our event. You know, we're gathering with people like Father Chris Alar to do the Divine Mercy Chaplet in the afternoon on Wednesday. We've got Father Michael Brennan from the National Shrine of St. Joseph. You know, if St. Joseph's the patron of our event, then we want to have somebody who's really tuned in to St. Joseph, like Father Calloway and Father Brennan, as part of that spiritual, nourishment. We have Father Frank Pavone, really helping everybody get energized for mobilizing Catholics in the pro-life cause. There's really not a layer of Catholic living that this event doesn't touch. And that's, I guess, what's so unique about it is we're bringing it all together. Yeah. And, your program is called Young Catholics Respond. Well, one of the other pieces that I'm so excited about is we have people like Nick De La Torre with Awaken Catholic, which is really it's an app, it's a podcast platform, but they are appealing to younger Catholics, these on fire younger Catholics. And so, we're not grandma's trade show anymore. we're really, drawing in all of these full range of ages and passions within the church to find ways to work together.
And, that is, honestly, you'll find nothing like this, folks. This is pretty much the premier Catholic trade show in the country. It's been going on, as Cathy said earlier, for 25 years and over 25 years. And so, when you understand truly the impact that this makes on the church, and I've been to the event, 3 or 4 times when it's out here in Chicago, or the Chicago area, and it's just been wonderfully uplifting for me in my life and my ministry. I'll tell you that our spiritual director here at Patchwork Heart Ministry reached out to me immediately and said, I want to come and I want to be able to hear confessions and I want to be able to be a part of the trade show and offer spiritual resources. I mean, this is something that, Chicago priests are hearing about. This is things that people all over are hearing about, wanting to participate in. And so that kind of begs the question, I guess, next, Cathy, is that how can people sign up for this? Are there any specials that are going on right now that we can get to people so that they can come and experience and participate in this? And what's the best way for them to do that?
Sure. Well, one of the things that's nice about CMN is that if you have any kind of an organization, whether it's a little business or a little ministry, whatever kind, you can be a member of CMN for $75. That's the lowest level of membership. It goes up from there for people that have more, involved organizations. But for as little as $75 for an annual membership, to be able to shop wholesale as well as, so if you have a store or a ministry that you're trying to sell things online, you want to be able to shop wholesale to sustain your ministry financially. Okay. So you can come in that way. And then for anybody who's a member, no matter what level of membership, you get to bring 5 people to attend for free. And then all you have to pay for is the 2 special meals that you buy a ticket for. So that's a really wonderful value that you get benefit year-round for your ministry, as well as, you get to come and experience the event at a really reasonable price. But if somebody's not a member of CMN and they just want to come, they just want to experience this event, you can get a multi-day pass that includes the meal tickets, or a single day pass. And those, they're not, the $100 for the multi-day pass with the meals included is not, it's not a pricey event. You can, sign up for other conferences that are, oh my gosh, double, triple the cost of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're pretty excited that we're able to offer this to people. Especially in the Midwest. I laugh and I say that this venue offers free parking, and people are like, they're teasing me about the free parking. But you know what? If you're driving in from the Chicago area or the Midwest, then come for a day, come for 2 days. You don't have to come for the whole time, even though there's every reason to come for the whole time. But they just need to come to CatholicMarketing.com. See about whether their organization should be a member of CMN for the various benefits and the exposure and the shopping that you can do, and then connect with all the great information about, because we've got so much happening because of all these conference partner tracks. We have the Catholic Writers Guild. If anybody's thinking about wanting to be a published author, then come and be part of that Catholic Writers Guild track. Make connections and up your game that way. We've got the NASPA track. So for anybody who's involved with a Catholic shrine, either as a volunteer or as a shrine director, Tuesday there's a whole track for Catholic shrines. And then the SEMA connection. So anybody who's involved with any kind of a devotional prayer ministry. And then the bedrock of CMN has always been the trade show piece, that making those transactional connections between people that sell Catholic stuff. So anybody who's a retailer or any kind of a Catholic ministry that wants to sell things to generate revenue to support your work. And I guess that's, to me, the real practical side of CMN. There's so many other events out there that want to inspire you, and that's great. But CMN comes alongside and says, how do we sustain you? How do we sustain your work financially so you can continue to do the good work for God? We're all about the practical. And that, to me, makes us utterly unique.
Yeah, absolutely, Cathy. It is totally unique, and it's incredibly beautiful, all the different things you're talking about. And I encourage people to come sign up and be a part of this trade show, this marketing network, this Catholic marketing network. You will see Patchwork Heart Ministry there. You will see the St. Raymond Nonatus Foundation there. You will see Fiat Ministry Network there. We are working all together. Our three little ministry nonprofits that kind of came together over the course of the pandemic are looking forward to meeting people and seeing people in person, recording podcasts live on the trade show floor, and doing so much more, like selling our new books and some of our prayer devotionals. We are so very excited about this, Cathy, and I thank you for number one, having us, but also coming on today's podcast and talking about it with us, because this is just a wonderful event, and every Catholic really should make an effort, especially if you're starving to come and hang out in person with other Catholics, and be uplifted in your faith, and also, as Cathy said, really understand and know that this is about supporting and sustaining you and in your ministries for a long, long time. So, Cathy, thank you so much for everything today.
You bet. I'm glad to be here. And that's why I keep saying, everybody go to CatholicMarketing.com, visit the website, get the information, and just know that you're not alone. And if you're wondering, in our world that seems so dark, and you wonder, what do I do? How can I make a difference? Well, you come to CMN and you make the connection so that you don't feel alone, and that you then get a sense of what's happening out there and where you can plug in and help make a difference.
Amen. Cathy, thank you again. This has been a wonderful, wonderful episode, and look forward to seeing you at Catholic Marketing Network in just a few weeks now.
Amen. Thanks.
All right, folks. Well, this has been an episode of Young Catholics Respond. Until next time, from all of us here at Patchwork Heart Ministry, I'm Bill Snyder. Keep beating to your Catholic heart.
You've been listening to Young Catholics Respond, a radio initiative of Patchwork Heart Ministry. To learn more about our ministry and program, visit us at patchworkheart.org. Or to get exclusive access and early ministry updates, become our patron on Patreon by searching for Patchwork Heart Ministry.
Did you enjoy this podcast? Listen to other podcasts from Patchwork Heart Ministry by following Patchwork Heart Radio wherever you listen to podcasts.